Start again?
Sure. Hey, there we go. Drew, obviously, this has been a build-up. You've had opportunities to play together, but this was the first time where it counted towards wins and losses. Just what did you think that carryover was, and how did you challenge the guys to find their next today?
I mean, this one does count, but I think the mindset of making sure we progress still stays the same, right? We want to accomplish things when we go out into the game of, are we better than we were yesterday? And that's big for us every step of the way. So I expect us to come into practice Wednesday with a better energy and effort, see what we can improve on. Can we continue to get better? Can we work on some of the things we didn't do well tonight? But overall, excited about what we did as a group today. I thought the stretch in the first half defensively, mistakes were made, but we covered, right? And that's always going to be the case. Offense is supposed to put you in a bind and create advantages, and defensively we got to pressure, disrupt, dictate, and try to figure it out. And I thought we did a good job of cleaning up possessions, and it really jump-started us offensively. We got some easy ones in transition by pushing the ball, got to the paint, whether it was from the drive or post up, and it really set the tone for us offensively.
Coach, who was the most important for helping to set that tone early on the defensive end?
It does start with ball pressure, but I seen a lot of guys, locked in doing their job, right? So you got Terrence Ginyard and Cam Crawford, right, really getting after the ball. I thought their ball pressure was tremendous. Cam had about 3 deflections early in those early stages of just being on the ball. He really didn't allow them to get settled in. Whatever set or offensive tactic they wanted to run, he made it challenging, right? So kudos to him. Great job of bringing that defensive pressure. But I thought even away from the ball, guys were solid. We switched quite a bit, and Jakob Netjes was on time and on point with his switches to disrupt. And then John Hewley, he covered some mistakes up at the rim as well too.
Drew, in this age now, obviously chemistry is something that coaches want to see from a team with new players. What might be different? Do you see something different about this team from last year, your first year?
We just have to continue to work on our chemistry. It's a everyday process, right? When you think about your culture, it's something that you got to fight for every day. It's tough to build. It's easy to dismantle, right? So you have to come in with the idea of being selfless, right? Trusting your teammates, wanting the best for them. And, it's not easy because everybody wants success. They want their own personal success too at times. But this is basketball, and it takes a team. So we understand that since June 9th, we've competed hard against each other, right? And now we're at the point where it's time for us to really be together. We're not throwing blows at each other anymore. It's time to, as a unit, give that energy to another opponent. And it may not be you throwing majority of the punches, but you better root your teammate on, right? Especially if you consider that teammate more than a teammate, a brother or a friend. How could you not want the best for them? And I think our guys they're trying to do that each and every time. They're fighting against their own insecurities and their own character in order to do that, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to be selfless and give yourself to the team.
Coach, you had talked about in September at Media Day how you realized last year, kind of looked yourself in the mirror and said that the offense was just not good enough last year, and you said that was something you focused on in the offseason. I know it's only one game, but did you see steps being made in the right direction tonight in terms of the offensive performance?
Yeah, just not tonight. I mean, you guys get to look at it, from tonight. I've seen it since June, right? This is something that we came into our first mini camp and decided to focus on. I didn't put us through a whole lot of drills, and we didn't do defense first. We found what our offensive movement was going to be, and we tried to hone it in and work on it. and we're progressing. We continue to get better. I think the pace is good. There's areas where I think we can be even better. I want to see a little bit more ball movement, some poise at times, but we put a lot of pressure on the defense. Our bigs are running the floor, our wings are running hard, and then Terrence Ginyard, he can push the ball on makes and misses. I mean, within 2 seconds he can be at your free throw line, and then you bring in the next guy to do it, Dom Akins, you know. So they see one blur and then they get another blur. We're excited about that, you know, just the ability of our depth to come in and provide energy too as well.
Nick from Duquesne Student Television, can you talk about the overall atmosphere tonight? I mean, from the crowd cheering, the band, I mean, how was that energy playing into maybe the strengths of what the Dukes were, how they were feeling? It seemed like everybody felt pretty loose and excited throughout the entire night.
Yeah, great. That's a great question. And, you know, I think we're excited about the students coming up. You know, our season ticket holders, they've been supporting us for a long time. Our alumni, they show up and show out. But it was important for us to see our students there, our fellow athletes. We tried to get out and hustle this week, man. You know, there's a lot going on. Everybody's got something going on. So our guys and our staff, we tried to the best of our ability to connect with the student body, to make sure that we got on the ground and not just assume people would show up to the game, but ask them to come to the game, right? I was out there myself. I begged a few people. I might have made some deals as well, too. I'm not even sure, but, you know, it's important, man. We want to create an atmosphere for the student body as well, that they come here and enjoy a basketball game, that it's a gathering for them too, right? To socialize with their friends. I don't care if they like basketball or not, just come, right? They may like the pep band, cool. Listen to the pep band play all day. I don't care. As long as they show up and come to this arena, I'm excited about it. So big shout out to our students, the pep band. I listened, man. I heard them after the game, man. They're getting stronger and stronger day by day, year by year. So it's exciting to see how they've grown and developed too as well. So like I said, man, I think our guys were pleased, you know, because they were out there, man. I said we begged for some fans. We got out there and hustled, and I think, you know, it's positive to see for our players to see people show up. It's a good feeling, and ultimately, man, we want to make this Cooper Fieldhouse a really, really tough place for opponents to come in there and play, right? We're gonna do our part and play hard, but it does help when you get good vibes from your student section, man, to pull you through some tough times. And you know, we give away Moe's nachos, and they should be excited about that. As long as teams miss free throws, man, we're in good shape.
Dru, it was really impressive that even when Max's shot wasn't necessarily falling, 5 assists, which tied his best here against no turnovers. Just how important is that for him to have that ability and awareness that he can contribute and impact the game in multiple ways? And how might tonight be a preview of that?
He's been steady, man. And Max is a young man. You know, in many situations, he could be a starter. I think we got a few people on the bench. If you placed them in another team, in another program, they could be a starter. But he's been selfless. He understands, and he's been willing to accept his role. And I think he's going to star in it this year. He didn't make shots at a high level tonight, but he will. We've seen what he's capable of. It's only a matter of time for he sets it on fire in here. And he's done a great job of just maturing, even on the defensive end too. And it's special to see. And he's going to help us win a lot of games because of his attitude, because he accepted that role and responsibility. You know, I had to call him and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And he said, I got you, coach. Simple as that. You know, sometimes you don't know how those conversations are going to go. Like, is he going to ask 1,000 questions? Am I going to have to talk him and coerce him into this? He said, I got you, coach. And at that point, I wasn't worried about anything. I said, he's got it. right? He's going to go out and play well majority of nights, and the nights where he does struggle, I know he's going to give me everything he's got. He's going to battle through, and when you have that feeling, you're going to trust the guy no matter what. So kudos to him. I thought he did some excellent things for us tonight. 5 assists, no turnovers. That's a big night for him.
Interesting.
Drew, I know last year there was a lot, especially our first month, a lot of shuffling of the lineups, and when it came to players having roles and opportunities, it felt different every night. At least in this game, they compared to Virginia Tech, same lineup and pretty much same scores when it came to key guys. Is there more clarity this time around in terms of what players' roles are, or is there still opportunities for players to do more in certain situations?
I never want to limit opportunities, right? I think roles develop as time is still early, but I do think we have an understanding and an emphasis on what we want to do, and I think that's important. But things play themselves out, right? Guys play them well, play themselves into better situations and more trust in a role. So I don't know exactly, but I do think we have a pretty good feel. But there's a lot of basketball to be played, and honestly, I ask all of these guys to be ready. You just don't know, right? I think about the Virginia Tech exhibition game, right, where Lazar had to step up and Steph had to step up, right? First scrimmage we have, Cam Crawford doesn't play, so all right, Brandon Hall, let's go. It's your time. Step in. What you got? So I ask a lot of these players in that regard of being ready for their moment, and that's going to be something they have to do all season because we don't know. We don't know game to game what may take place. We would like everything to be consistent like this, but we got to be ready for some challenges and adversity too. And but I believe we will be, man. I think their mindset is in the right place.
You mentioned Brandon, and Alex have had some long roads to get back onto the court. Just what does it say that both were able to see sometime tonight, make impacts, especially in Brandon's case, and just how they really turned a negative into the positive of their stories?
Yeah, I asked Brandon Hall today. I said, man, how'd you feel? He said, it's been 605 days, Coach. I said, man, you really been waiting on this day. And even longer. That young man left high school, and this is his first time actually checking into a Division I basketball game. Right, he redshirted, he went junior college, right, then an injury. So, man, I'm excited about what he did, In game one, he provided 10 minutes, good ball pressure, he made shots. He's just going to continue to get better, which is great for us, Alex Williams, same, man. He lost about 40 pounds. Throughout the summer and this season, man, just a tough battle from an injury, right? He had a foot injury, and that's tough. He packed on some weight, couldn't move, right? Could have gave up and decided to walk away from basketball, but he flipped it. Said he's going to get in better shape than ever before, and right now he is not the guy leading us in minutes, but he's still another player, man, that I wouldn't count out. Right, he continues to practice well, continues to provide the right energy and effort, and there may be a moment where it's an Alex Williams day, or his minutes go up. I'm not sure, right? I just ask these guys to bring me their very best each and every day. They're supposed to make my job difficult as possible, right?
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach.